Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord has risen upon you. For darkness shall cover the earth, and thick darkness the peoples. But the Lord will arise upon you, and his glory will appear over you. Lift up your eyes and look around. They all gather together. They come to you. Your sons shall come from far away, and your daughters shall be carried on their nurses' arms. They shall build up the ancient ruins. They shall raise up the former devastations. They shall repair their ruined cities, the devastations of many generations. Waiting is the ordinary condition for a good life. Every year we relive Advent because even though we know that that child has already come, we also know that he must return. Remembering and waiting are linked to each other. One gives meaning and strengthens the other. It is the future that keeps the past alive. It is the past that says that waiting may not be in vain. If he hadn't already come, he couldn't come back. And if one day he didn't return into our night, the memory of the waiting would not be enough to live. The promise would vanish. The past without a future becomes a melancholic nostalgia, and the future without a past cannot write a history of salvation. Arise, be clothed in light. In darkness, in any darkness, it is possible to rise again if there is someone who calls us and invites us to rise. The people, having returned from exile to a Jerusalem in ruins, with the temple destroyed, occupied by other peoples with other gods, need the prophet's strong voice to be able to lift up their heads, to stand up and rise again. But first, another step is needed. We cannot rise from our ruins unless we first raise up our eyes to look and see a different and a better future. The power of prophecy lies in making us already see what is yet to come. With the eyes of the prophets, we can truly look and see salvation in the midst of desolation. Arise and look, see and rise. These are the two verbs of hope and of every life that wants to begin again. Hope, therefore, is seeing and arising and rebuilding. Only those who have lived in destroyed cities, the destruction of earthquakes and wars, or the spiritual ones of bereavement, misfortunes, and long illnesses can understand the full strength of this image. In order to arise and return to hope when the city and life are still a pile of rubble, we must be able to imagine ourselves and our fellow citizens in the act of rebuilding. See ourselves already working together to rebuild and restore. We begin to rebuild a demolished country and life only if one day we manage to see with the eyes of our souls the image of ourselves in the work of reconstruction. First, we have to see it. At least dream about it, and only then can we start rebuilding. And on the day we grab the first brick, hope generates the beginning of salvation. Nothing speaks of hope more than the beginning of a new work. The work of those who rebuild a house, a school, a church, when we are all petrified by grief, fear, and disappointment, is truly a participation in and continuation of the creative work of the world. As we pick up the stones and reassemble them one by one, we are repeating, Let there be light. Let there be life. Let there be the Adam we mowed from the earth with our hands.